Welcome to Lapis Moon Tarot. In today's reading, we are going to delve into what you don't see about yourself. So these are open messages for your highest and greatest good about what you don't see about yourself, your situation, perhaps even a personal trait that you have. And sometimes we don't see ourselves clearly. We tend to judge ourselves a lot more harshly than we should. So I wanted to leave this open and give you an impression of what your guides, your angels, your higher self wants to let you know that you may not see clearly about yourself. So we're going to have 3 piles for you to choose from. Pile number 1 will correspond to this beautiful moon amethyst. Pile number 2 will correspond to this wooden heart. And pile number 3 will correspond to the evil eye protection. I believe it's made out of glass. So take a moment, take a deep, long breath, and choose your pile. When you've made your selection, you will find a timestamp for your reading in the first comment below and in the description. I'll get started with pile number 1. Pile number 1, if you were drawn to this crescent amethyst, this will be your reading. And I'm just going to hold that up so you can take a good look. So I pre-shuffled your oracle cards. So you actually got 2. So let's see what came through. We've got purpose in the upright and gratitude in the reverse. Interesting. Purpose saying, I know what I am here to do. And gratitude, I'm thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. This is so interesting. It might be that you have just discovered your purpose and you're unsure how to proceed. And it might feel like you're stuck in what you're doing right now. So it could be that you've already chosen a field, you're studying, you're already working in that field, or it could feel like you've already chose your life path and you've made some decisions where you have responsibilities and it's really difficult to either do this on the side or manage it all or untangle yourself from what you currently do to go chase your purpose. I love all the purple here because it really does feel like your third eye is activated. The green here with the heart chakra as well. But what I'm really being drawn to is the blue, which is your throat chakra. So are you expressing what you need? Are you expressing what you desire? Not only when you're doing your prayers or your manifestation work, but also to the people around you, the ones that support you, the ones that would help you with your purpose, so that they know that, you know, you've kind of like changed gears, you've shifted your perspective, and there's something that's really caught your attention and you really want to chase after it, so that your current responsibilities, your current duties, whatever they might be, doesn't fill you with resentment, right? Because this is still a gift. You know, what you're currently doing, what you currently studied, whatever the situation might be, it might be that stepping stone to go do your purpose, right? It's that ship that carries you to the shore where you get to go do what you want to do. So there's gratitude for that as well. And to not lose sight of it, so that instead of gratitude, you're filled with resentment. So that's just kind of a little bit of a warning that I'm seeing there. To voice it, to express yourself. Even, you know, if you're having trouble expressing it to someone else, write it out. Write out all the points you want to make. Write out this aha, this insight, this amazing inspiration you've had to go pursue what you want to do. I really love this for you. So looks like, you know, big moments are happening for you right now. You've kind of made a huge life realization. And I want you to know too, with purpose here, Our purpose changes as well over time, right? What your goals are, what you see yourself doing, what you want to accomplish is very different in every stage of your life. So don't feel like if you don't accomplish this within a certain time frame, like, it'll go to waste. Like, I feel this, like, not panic, but this need to get it started right now. Like, you feel like there's like a time crunch on this when there isn't. When you have the time to do it well, when you're aligned with your purpose, time is really irrelevant. It's a human construct that we have. Oh, your 20s, your 30s, your 40s, your 50s, whatever age you might find yourself in. That's so irrelevant in comparison to living a purposeful life, living with fulfillment, living your life in a state of gratitude. Age becomes irrelevant, and so does time. So I want you to know, like, there's no rush here. We're going to grab 5 tarot cards to clarify this message. Oh my goodness. Right off the bat, 10 of Pentacles. Whatever this is, it is going to be extremely abundant, extremely fulfilling. This is also the card of inheritance. It's the card of generational wealth. So if this is something that you're building for yourself and your family, like, know that it is very blessed when it comes to abundance, when it comes to resources, when it comes to wealth and, affluence. The 10 of Pentacles is a beautiful card to start this off. So if you're already here and you've perhaps inherited money and now you're thinking of, well, now I can live in my, truth, in my purpose, I can be aligned where money is no longer a constraint, like, amazing, congratulations, that sounds lovely. If you're not there yet, know that whatever your purpose is, it will be very fruitful. Got 2 cards that I flipped over, so I'm going to keep shuffling. I only take 1 card at a time. Wow, Ace of Pentacles. That's so interesting because the 10 of Pentacles is the completion card and the Ace is the beginning. It's kind of like this beautiful cycle that you're going through. You're starting something new after completing something that might have been career oriented, or maybe your studies, or something that brought you a lot of affluence or wealth or success in some way. Because it doesn't necessarily just have to be monetarily, like, it's whatever you place value on. So maybe this could even just be your self-worth, right? Knowing that you are capable, you've acquired the knowledge, the skills, the connections you needed to go forward and start whatever new goals you want. So I love this because this is divinely inspired, and that could be alluding to that purpose that you're very clear on now. You could have had a download, you could have made a leap when you were in meditation, in dream state. There's something here where you were inspired, and it's definitely divinely inspired to follow through with a new goal, project, job, career path. Yeah, 6 of Pentacles, balance. So much wealth. Like, every card is a pentacle card. You could have a lot of earth in you as well. You could be a Virgo, Capricorn, or a Taurus. Those could be in your top 3, but not necessarily. You could also just have been stepping into a time where, your second house is really lit up, right? Of finances, your second house, or your 8th house of also investments, and, maybe you've taken out a loan or someone has come in to invest in you, believing in your project. The 6 of Pentacles is very reciprocal. It's understanding that wealth needs to flow, that you give and take, that you don't hoard your wealth, that you don't need to hold on to every penny, that you know that the universe has your back, that you spend and you will get more for what you need to spend on in the future, right? So there's this beautiful flow of reciprocity with the universe when it comes to your finances. It's like you've understood a very, like, important law of attraction where you're not fearful of your finances anymore, and that's really unlocked this for you. 8 of Wands. You might be waiting on something, and that could be alluding to why the gratitude card came through in the reverse. Maybe you have sent out some feelers, maybe your resume, maybe you are looking for a partnership or that loan I was talking about, and you're waiting on an email, a letter of acceptance, something along those lines, and it hasn't come through yet. So that could have, be what's making you a little anxious, like that energy I got in the beginning where you're really wanting to start and it hasn't happened yet, and it's like you feel like time is running out. You're just very eager to start, and this holdup is bothering you. 8 of Cups, final card. In the reverse, it's kind of like healing from this need to control the outcome. It could be that the entanglements you find yourself into have to do with relationships, because this is a Cups card, so this is all emotional. It's water energy. It's friendships, partnerships. It could be workplace. You're walking away from energies or relationships that were draining you. And I love how it's like 8-8 coming through as well. This feels very healing. But it's kind of like you're tying it to this message coming through. So it's like you want to cut ties, you want to have strong boundaries, you want to cut the ties with people or things that are draining you, but it's like you're holding on until you get this message to say, okay, now, now I'm really cutting you off. Like I've got the okay. And that's not quite how it works, right? You have to have that detachment from the outcome sometimes. Being too focused on it slows it down, because you're always in that energy of like, well, when is it coming? When is it coming? When is it coming? And that's what you're outputting. You're outputting when is it coming? Not that it's here, not that I have it already, not that it's already come through. So sometimes a little bit of stepping back attracts what you want. I hope I've explained that properly. That's really lovely. Let's get you a little bit more. Kind of drawn to this deck today. So let's see if there's a message for you here. But definitely a message of wealth. I mean, 3 of your cards were Pentacle cards in the upright. Yeah, walking away in the reverse again. It's like you're holding on until you get that okay message or that go message, or like you've been accepted to the program, you got the job, you got the loan, whatever that note is, until you really cut off the ties with the things that are draining you, or you no longer feel they're your purpose. See how in here she's walking out of the gate and into so much light, and look at the blossoms, like everything is new and fresh. It's like spring on the other side of this gate, but you're holding yourself back. It could feel like, new things are scary. You kind of want to hold on to what is absolutely certain, which is what's in your life right now, even if it's draining you, because at least it's familiar. What's outside that gate isn't familiar, so you're feeling like you need a little bit more reassurance before you truly step out. I feel the message here from your guides, your angels, is to have faith. Faith in yourself, faith in your desires, faith in this new idea that's come through, that it is divinely inspired for a reason, and not to feel discouraged if the message isn't coming through right away. A few cards of healing here. Wow, I love this protection card that's come through. Look at this line, like have courage, rue with protection. And you've got the sun shining down on you with victory, with abundance, Mercury with communication, and the infinity sign here. I feel like this is drawing me to the strength card in the tarot. Have courage. And look at that, this red crystal here right at the root. To feel strong and grounded and rooted in yourself, to know that you are enough, that you are self-sufficient, that you have all that you require to be successful. So maybe a little bit of work on your root chakra would be helpful. Coca came out in the reverse with initiation. We've got Uranus and I believe that's Mars coming through here. This is really lovely too. This speaks to me about, of course, a new start, because we're talking about initiation, but it's almost like taking that leap. It has to come from you first. That true belief in yourself. We'll read that one from the book as well. And then the last one, we've got sensuality with Mandrake, and this came through in the reverse. We've got Neptune and, you know what? I think that's Venus, and I apologize. I think that's Venus as well. Yeah. In the reverse, though, are you taking care of your sacral chakra as well? I feel like your lower chakras here are really important because you've got the root here, and this is giving me sacral. To do a little bit of maybe meditation work with sacral and root chakra. So let's read 38 first. So the reverse says, broken wings, self-distrust, lack of self-love, step out of your own way, Uranus and Venus. Yeah, absolutely. Have the faith. The guidance says, Quetzal has flown into your card today, symbolizing initiation. The sky gods are speaking and bathing your soul in liquid light as you traverse a series of spiritual tests. The Quetzal is considered one of the highest divine apparitions as it is associated to the snake god Quetzalcoatl. Apologize for the bad pronunciation there. The feathered serpent. Like Coco, both are considered precious heavenly gifts from the sky god. These divine apparitions today are asking you to deeply tune into the cosmic heart. Let it move you. Open yourself to receive the holy gifts provided and listen carefully to the light, language pouring through them. You are elevating your frequency of limitless supply rooted in unconditional love. Step out of your own way and surrender to divine love. Yeah, that faith. I mean, I think you're working on it. This could be new. Spirituality could be new to you. And it's okay to take your time. Give yourself grace, but also understand that you're not in it alone. That your guides and your angels want to help you. It's a matter of also just calling on them. Let's read the Mandrake in the reverse. Blocked sensuality, shame around sexuality, creative energy, misdirected, unchanneled desires. Neptune and Venus. This is definitely sacral chakra related. So look into your sacral chakra, looking at meditations you can do. There's different ways to work with your creativity, because that could be very tied to your purpose as well, right? When we are in shame and if we are feeling distrust towards our creative process, distrust in our root where we don't feel safe, we have a blocked heart, it's very hard to channel our creativity and to live out our purpose. So that lower chakra healing is really coming through here. The guidance for Mandrake is here to ask you to find new forms of intimacy. Ask yourself what inspires bliss, joy, and passion in my life. Notice how you relax into flow and more easily attract what you need and desire when you focus on energy givers such as joy. Mandrake is here to assist you in liberating unchanneled creativity and sensuality, releasing energy from the sacral center and activating your pleasure centers to experience a higher form of love. Don't allow unworthiness, fear of rejection, and inhibition of pleasure to stop you from experiencing higher love. Focus on giving your gifts to the world with overwhelming passion and opening up to receiving fully and fearlessly. I love this. What a beautiful message you've gotten. I hope this has resonated. I'm going to leave you with one last message here from your guides. You have a few that have come through. We've got red rose with courage. Wow. Be brave, be strong, believe. Right over the protection, right over the line. I love that. Forget me not, remembrance, memories, and the past hold the key. And protection, again, conserve what you have, save a little. Lenten rose. I feel like this is also a message that you are protected, divinely protected. I think your guides and your angels are surrounding you. They're trying to give you comfort. They're trying to give you reassurance. So connect with them, whether it's through prayer, whether it's through meditation. If there are memories that are coming up here where you weren't supported, where you felt like your energy was being drained from you, where it's hard to walk away and set strong boundaries, I think this card is letting you know to use those memories and those experiences towards your healing as kind of markers as to why you do the things you do, why maybe you overgive, why maybe you allow people to trespass on your boundaries. Because recognizing that behavior is the first step to healing it as well. I hope this has resonated. If it has, send me a like, send me a comment, and if you so feel inclined, you can subscribe to my channel for more readings like this. Group number 2, if you chose this wooden heart, this will be your reading. So I pre-shuffled your oracle cards. We've got friendship. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. And imagination, I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. This feels like a friendship or friendship circle that is very supportive and very aligned with your soul purpose. This feels like, whether it's a creative endeavor or not, so maybe a drumming circle, maybe an art circle, a meditation circle, these are people that you really feel a deep connection to, and it's not haphazard. Like, these could be soul families, right? These could be people that you had a soul connection with on the other side of the veil, and so when you meet them again on this side of the veil in human form, the friendship is so easy, it flows so nicely. I love all of this green. It feels like they've really touched your heart. Your heart is so open with them, and vice versa. And this blue in the center feels like you can voice your opinions, your thoughts, your goals with them without fear of judgment. You know, you're fully accepted, you're fully understood. Blue is giving me throat chakra, that's why I say that. So this is really lovely. So you might have just met these people. Make sure that's in the frame. Or you're about to. So I think your guides are just giving you a heads up that this is in your near future. And it's going to be such a lovely connection you're going to have. And it's going to be for a much higher purpose than just a friendship. I feel you're going to create with these people. It doesn't necessarily mean like, you know, art. It could be even just business ideas, collaborations, partnerships. There's a deep bond happening for a very important reason. And on is soul level, you know that already. If you have met these people, if you haven't, I feel like you've been doing a lot of manifestation work where you've asked to meet your soul family. Maybe you're more of an introvert, or you're recently taking note of the type of people you're around and what you do want in your life, and you're looking for deep connections now. Like, this has become important to you. And so you're calling this in. Wow, the Tower in reverse. First card. The Tower talks about something that is on shaky foundation crumbling in your life. So this could be relationships, it could be a job, it could be having to move, something you thought was always going to be there. And the reverse, it talks about having a difficult time letting go of what's crumbling. Because of course it's scary. This is something that was in your life for perhaps a very long time, or something that you really counted on. So if it's a family relationship, it's a friendship, it's a job, it's very hard to let that go. And it forces you to kind of do a lot of introspection as to what caused this crumbling down. And a lot of times, if you're very honest with yourself, you kind of knew it wasn't for you. You know, the friendship was strained, the relationship was, draining, the job was draining, wasn't your purpose. And so a lot of times when the Tower card comes through, it's divine intervention. It's God coming in and removing something from your life, because perhaps you had a lot of warnings, a lot of red flags, and you kind of decided not to heed those warnings, and you kept yourself in a situation where it was hurtful to your heart, to your emotions, to your growth, to your soul purpose. And so this is definitely for your higher good. It just doesn't feel like that. So I'm not going to go too much longer on that, because nobody wants to hear like, oh, it's going to be okay, it's all for the best. But when you're in it, it doesn't feel like that. So I'm going to let you feel your feelings on that. But I do see a major Tower moment has happened for you. And that could be why you're looking to call in true friendships. Wow, the Emperor, two major arcanas back to back. And look at all this red. So to me, this feels like healing your root chakra with all this red. The Emperor is the divine masculine energy in this earth. He's action oriented. He is a decision maker. He is a leader, and he leads with purpose, with intelligence, with action that is for the greater good of all. This is not a tyrant. The Emperor is a very disciplined leader. He's mastered his emotions, his intellect, his passion, and that's what makes him so effective. So I feel like this Tower moment is letting you see yourself clearly so you can take on this role. You could be an Aries as well, or you could have Mars prominently in your chart, in one of your top 3 signs. But this very much feels like a bold leader who is not afraid to take that leadership role. You kind of, it could be your personality as well. Like, you don't mind being the first one to do something. You don't need anyone's permission. You're kind of like the trailblazer of your group. 2 of Swords, making a decision. Yeah, so that's where you're tied back. It's like you've moved forward and do more self-realization, more introspection work. Tap into this creativity. Or do you go back to what wasn't working anyway? I want to say, but it's a hard decision. The 2 of Swords, typically it's depicted by a woman who has 2 swords crossed over her heart, and she has a blindfold on. So she's trying to protect herself by not seeing what's in front of her, and she's trying to protect her heart with the 2 swords. But what she ends up doing is just clouding or delaying the decision making. And that's not you. You're an Emperor. You make decisions, you know what you want, and you go for it. You know, it's a little bit of a call out here to not stand in your own way, to let go of what's meant to go anyway. Yeah, Queen of Swords. Yeah, see it clearly for what it is. The Queen of Swords, she is highly intellectual, incredibly sharp. But what I love most about her is that it doesn't matter if the outside environment is chaotic and overwhelming. She stays true to herself and she cuts through all of the BS that's around her to get right to the truth of a matter. And then she weighs her options and makes a decision, right? So she's not affected by the outer environment. In the original tarot, she's seen on a throne and she has these like storm clouds around her, depicting that it doesn't matter if there's a tower moment, a storm brewing around her, she still makes her decisions in a very logical way. And that's who you are. So I want to say, take a moment, feel your feelings here, but then remember who you are and make the decision that's right for you. And see how she's looking to the right, like she's moving forward. She's not looking back. Just pointing that out. Wow, Princess of Cups. I love that for you. This is my favorite page card. So in this deck, it's called a princess, but it's also the page. The Page of Cups is a very dreamy page. It's all about tying your emotions to your dreams, to your wishes, and pulling them in that way. So it's a card of like when pigs fly, right? So if you can dream it, if you can imagine it, and you can tie an emotional reaction to that. So feeling the joy, the fulfillment you would feel if what you wanted in your life came to fruition. Manifest that wish much more quickly than just the intellect alone, because this definitely goes far. This is planning, this is strategy, this is having goals, this is taking action towards it. Beautiful masculine energy coming through here, even in the Queen card, because we all have masculine and feminine energy within us, but this is feminine energy. This is Cups energy, water energy. So tying in with your intuitions, tying in with your emotional body, seeing how powerful your feelings are and using them like the Emperor does. He doesn't suppress his feelings. He has discipline, so he uses his feelings to get what he wants. You know, the passion, the drive, the energy. And I think you're learning that because this is a page, so it's a novice, right? It's just starting out. So it could be that you just, you know, suddenly discovered like, hey, I can be successful not just with my intellect, but also using my emotions. And it could be that if you are a woman, you were taught to suppress your emotions because we live in a very masculine oriented world. So it was very like, you know, if you want to succeed, if you want to create something amazing for yourself, you know, succeed in school, succeed in your career, you got to suppress all of those emotions and all of those intuitive hits and whatever feelings you might have, and just go with your productivity and your actions and your intellect. But we're learning more and more how both sides are so important to our feelings of fulfillment and to our feelings of finding our purpose in life, right? So you want fulfillment, you want love, you want joy. That's equally as important as having intellect and having goals. And the two together, that balance between a masculine and feminine, is what ultimately I feel makes you successful in this life. This is beautiful readings. I don't know if you know this about yourself, but definitely that Emperor, Queen feeling coming through here. Like definitely leadership is in your future, if not already. I feel like you're going to make the right connections to get there too. You're going to inspire the right people to come work with you, to collaborate with you, to network with you. And you're going to do that more and more when you connect with your feelings, because friendships, that's heart-based, right? That's feelings-based. Yes, you can have amazing debates and intellectual conversations with your friends and share ideas, and that's a beautiful part of friendship too. But you also have deep love for your friends. And so, yeah, I feel like that's how you're going to inspire people. If people are going to see more and more of you, you're going to let down your guard, and you're going to make the right connections with the right people. Really love this for you. You got 3 cards that have come out, so I'll take them all. Goddess of the Moon. Are you serious? That's my favorite card. Man holding a heart. I love that. And the Sun. Wow. What a reading. Amazing. So the Goddess of the Moon is exactly what I was just talking about. Connecting with your intuition. Connecting with your gifts. With your emotional body. With your spiritual body. So this could be even like dream work. It's manifestation work. It's spirituality, prayer, meditation, whatever, however you want to connect with the divine. And look at that. All this water, that moon, definitely, it's feminine energy coming through, balancing it out. Man holding a heart, this can be 2 things. You're either opening your heart out, if you definitely identify as a masculine, and it's allowing you to create those deep friendships, but also if you're open to it, to having a relationship. So I can see that coming through for you in the near future. If you were a woman, a man is going to enter in your life and with their heart on their sleeve, with sincerity, very romantic, very open, and you trust this person as well. So that friendship is perhaps how it starts, but it definitely goes deeper. This beautiful card here, all this red, I love it. The Sun here talks about happiness, joy, success. It's one of the best cards in tarot, and I'm going to say one of the best cards to get in oracle cards as well. So trust this process is taking you where you want to be. And look at that water again. Happiness, fulfillment, joy, all of that emotional high coming through in this card. The sun is shining down on you. This is a very, very blessed time for you. And the more you connect with your feminine energy, your intuition, your emotional body, the more open you are, the more you're going to make deeper connections, and the more you're going to increase your joy, your happiness, your fulfillment. Like, who doesn't want that? That's amazing. I'm going to get you a little bit more, just to see if there's any other messages that want to come through. Whale song resonating. Look at all that water again. Like, I mean, you can't make this up. I love it when it all synchronizes like this and the messages just flow, because it's so there for you. I see it. You're connecting with that emotional body, and you could be a person that has been working in their masculine energy for so long, the Emperor, right? I do feel like you have fire. So Aries is coming through for me, but could also be Sagittarius or Leo, but definitely feel more Aries for you. And you're just kind of like rediscovering, connecting with your emotional body. So 61. Remembering, harmonizing, resonating. There are moments in life when you have a sense of deja vu, that you visited this place, these feelings, this person before, and you know that a new opportunity to dance has come around again. Yet there's this haunting quality to this, a melancholy, as life's mysterious fragility is also underlined, like a whale song that pleads for its simple notes to be matched by another. You have a short time to capture this essence and let it resonate in a way that is potentially transformative, but only if you don't run away. Sometimes you may forget the moments of your humanity, your truest desires, because you have become so earthbound and calculating, striving and doing. You're so overstimulated by the chase and what you're exposed to that you forget your heart. Oh my good. Okay. Wow. Now it's time to jump in the water and play and be reminded of your creative self, your collaborative impulses to sing along, seeking harmony, beauty, purpose, and meaning. At this moment, that is your exact invitation. You will achieve more than the plans you set in motion if you use this opportunity to explore. Be curious and take a much needed break from what your mind thinks it needs to accomplish. Your heart is calling, answer it. I have goosebumps. That's so beautiful. This is exactly your reading. You have been in your masculine for so long. You have been doing, achieving, striving. It's time to let yourself play, to be creative, to honor your emotions. Mexican marigold, last message, renewal. Time to begin again, stronger and better. Yeah, I see it. It's a collaboration between your masculine and feminine to make something better, stronger, more resilient, more beautiful. I love this for you. I hope this has resonated. If it has, send me a like, send me a comment, and if you so feel inclined, you can subscribe to my channel for more readings like this. Group number 3, if you chose this Evil Eye Protection, I think it's made out of glass. This will be your reading. So I've pre-shuffled your Oracle card. Wow, surrender. I can release my need to control. This has to do with root chakra and feeling safe and secure in your body and in your home. It could feel like you didn't feel safe growing up, or you've had experiences where you did not feel safe to express yourself, feel comfortable to be yourself, walking on eggshells, making sure everyone else was okay, and kind of neglecting yourself. And I'm not surprised with the evil eye coming through here, protection, because it feels like you either subconsciously know that you can rely on the divine, you can ask for angels to come and guard your home, or you're starting to do that work to make yourself feel safe, to tap into your spiritual strength to get you through what could be a tough moment. But the surrender here, it's like if you need to, have a ritual, because that will help you with the surrender. It's something that's concrete, right? It's something that you do daily. So my son and I, we every night before bedtime, we make a prayer where we ask for angels to come down and guard our home and guard our family, and to make sure that everyone is safe. And in his case too, we make a prayer for him to have sweet dreams all night long. So however you want to incorporate this in your daily life, I feel like that will make it more concrete. Even I see you writing it out on post-it notes, leaving it around different places in your home, like I am safe, I am secure, I am loved. And it becomes a reminder for you to understand your connection to God and to understand that He has you, that He's going to protect you, that you can call on angels to protect you. Okay, that's really interesting. Going to get you 5 cards to clarify this message. I also feel like you might have grown up in a household that was religiously inclined, but since moving out or since becoming an adult, you kind of left the relationship you had with religion because the grown-ups you were with didn't, how do I put this gently, didn't live up to the virtues of the religion that they were preaching. and it kind of left a bad taste in your mouth. So you kind of left that connection to God or that spiritual path, and you're coming back to it in your own way now as an adult with a fresh understanding and a willingness to figure out how you can place this belief system in your life in a way that feels like you can honor it and that it resonates with you and almost heals that past bad taste in your mouth that you had when you saw it being abused, right? So that's just a message that just came through. Wow, 10 of Cups. I love this. Beautiful card. This is the card of fulfillment. This is also the happy family card. So I want to say two things here. Either you're in a relationship and you're building this beautiful home with a person, with children, or I see this in the near future for you. And I think that's why that connection back to spirituality and to wanting to protect your home and wanting to protect what you have because you have something beautiful. And I don't want to say protect because you fear that you're going to lose it or, there's harm around the corner or anything like that. It's almost feeling like you're just so grateful for what you have and you just want it to be blessed more. That's a better word. Not protection, but blessing it, growing it even more, expanding it. And so that could be one of the reasons why you've reconnected with your faith or reconnected with spirituality. Surrendering, right? That need to control. The Hierophant, yes. I see that. Higher learning, religious learning. It's like you're rewriting it for yourself. You're rediscovering it. You're making it make sense for you. You could have even met a teacher, someone who's kind of inspired you by the fact that they live out the character of the things that they preach, and it's kind of opened your eyes again towards religion and what it could be. Yeah, yeah, definitely. It's like this learning, this ladder that you're climbing, and I feel like you've either met someone or you've inspired yourself. You're doing work towards it. You're researching, you're reading, you're making it make sense for you. The Ace of Swords have come through here in the reverse. That's interesting. You're perhaps suppressing it. This could be coming through from the past as well, like you don't want a repeat of what you lived through in the past with people who claim to be religious or spiritual and then just turned out to be not so great people. And so even though you have this inspiration and you want to go forward, there's a part of you that's holding back, not trusting it, being a little bit weary of it. And I think that's where that surrender part is coming through. Wow, the Lovers. So much major arcana coming through here with the Hierophant and the Lovers. Hierophant is also the card of marriage because it's about tradition. And so you could have met someone, and it goes back to that 10 of Cups, that you want to protect, that you want to bless this union. That's so lovely. So like, don't, how do I put this, self-sabotage this union or this spiritual path that's open to you because of things that happened in the past. Judge the situation for what it is right now. Judge this person or this teacher or the teachings you're reading on for what they are at face value without associating anything else other than what you see and what people are showing you. Because this is all in, I mean, this is upright. So if you're not married, I see marriage in the future with this person. If you haven't met this person, you might meet them soon. King of Cups. Yeah. In the reverse. This feels to me like that emotional healing. You're in that process. And that could be why surrender is so hard, because you've had to have your guard up most of your life, I want to say, or for a good part of it. That was your initiation growing up on how you could survive or protect yourself in a home where you didn't feel safe. And so you could be a very empathetic person, a very compassionate person, but you almost had to learn to shield that or hide that about yourself to survive. But I think this person cuts through it. They see it as the guard that it is, and they see through who you really are. So don't disconnect yourself. Don't self-sabotage. This is really lovely. Trust what it is. I think you're just healing because all of this green talks to me about the heart chakra as well. This person is letting you heal and they're giving you time to heal as well, which is really lovely. The Lovers is a divine union. In the original tarot, you've got Angel Gabriel standing behind the man and the woman depicted in the card. So talking about how this is a divinely inspired love. And it could be why all that happiness and joy and beautiful union you're feeling with this person is inspiring you to bless it, to protect it, to pray on it. This is very, very lovely. Let's get you a little bit more. You guys are definitely saying to trust it, to surrender, that it's going to be okay. You're just healing. The temple path in the reverse, exactly. Like spirituality is calling you. The temple path talks about, working on that spiritual connection, praying, meditating, having a practice. But in the reverse, it's like you're either hesitant or afraid to take that path because perhaps, again, what you saw in the past, but this time it'll be within your control, right? It'll be what you make of it. It's your own spiritual path. The angel of balance, exactly. It doesn't have to be one extreme to another. It doesn't have to feel like you have to, join a certain organization and be there all the time and commit to all the things and, that sort of thing. You can find what the balance, the middle road is for yourself. But don't miss this opportunity to connect with your spiritual self. But it's too many. We will take them. Why not? We've got Angel of Love, reconfirmation there of the fact that you have either met or you're about to meet a soulmate, a divine partnership. Woman holding a coin here. So this could be either you or someone that you really trust in your circle. I love all the affluence on this card, just taking it all in. It could be that when you left your home, you really wanted to make it out on your own, make a name for yourself and get away from where you started and build yourself up. So you've either completed that or you're being mentored by someone who is like that. You're taking steps towards your abundance, your career, maybe even studying. But you definitely have goals in mind and you want to be comfortable. And it alludes back also to that 10 of Cups, like finding fulfillment. That happy family, that's affluent, that's comfortable, that's a home full of love. And it's what, abundance means to you. Doesn't necessarily have to be money. It could just also feel like a safe place to be, a place that's full of love, where there's high self-worth in that home. Last card is all tied up in the reverse. I love that for you, right? Untangling yourself from the past, from past hurts, from maybe even habits where you do sabotage things that are too good to be true because you don't trust them. Maybe recognizing that about yourself, and perhaps you're working with someone to help you recognize and have better coping strategies. Just putting it out there. I'm not a professional, but I kind of see this healing happening, right? We were talking about that. There's healing happening with your heart. That's really lovely. Let's get you a little bit more for healing, just to see if there's any other messages your guides or angels want to tell you. We've got Purification, Cat's Claw, number 25, Mercury and Mars coming through here. Let's read that one from the book. In the upright, rewriting the story, connecting to heritage, belonging, connecting to your origins, DNA purification. Mars, oh, it's Mars and Pluto, I apologize. So death and rebirth, really important here. That connection, that rewriting of what you want for yourself, for your family life, for your spirituality, for your partnerships. So the guidance, Cat's Claw blesses us with its power to purify our sacred essence, our blood and DNA. Allow its purification powers to help you identify the biological and spiritual patterns passed down from your ancestors that you choose and want freedom from, whether hereditary illness or intergenerational trauma. Wow, I felt that for you. Black Panther's medicine aligns with Cat's Claw, allowing us to face our shadows and dark behaviors with curiosity. Darkness is the place for seeking and finding answers, and for accessing the hidden light of truth. Black Panther teaches us how the journey within is enclosed with information for healing. Small-mindedness, shame, disappointment, and unworthiness are all shadowy aspects inside of us, but do not succumb to them. Befriend the silence of the dark void. Channel the mastery embedded deep within your shadows. Don't hold back. That is such a beautiful summary of what I was feeling for you. Rewriting it, fixing it, healing it, untangling yourself from ancestral trauma. Oops. A few that come up, but we'll take them. Cooperation. Take the hand offered or ask. Oh my gosh, that's this Lover's card. Absolutely. This person is coming towards you with an open heart. Don't hold back from them as well. I mean, if it feels right, feel your discernment on that. But oh, this is so lovely, this message. All tangled up here. I'm going to fix those cards in a minute. We also have Pisha. True feelings within you is all you need to know. Oh, these two haven't flipped over, but I'll show them to you anyways. We've got Picture Plant with Insight. The answers are there for those who look. And Stock. Slow down. The pace must abate before it's too late. This feels like that healing. Don't do what doesn't feel right before you're ready, because you want your healing to be lasting. You don't want it to be something that you just do today and then tomorrow you're back to perhaps old patterns, right? You want your healing to be lasting, and so it has to come in a holistic way. So I do see perhaps you working with someone to help you gain perspective and coping mechanisms when it comes to generational trauma. I hope this has helped. This was a beautiful reading. I see so much love in your future, so much fulfillment. If this has resonated, send me a comment, send me a like, and if you so feel inclined, you can subscribe to my channel for more readings like this.